The Earnestly Speaking podcast is a show that is founded on free-flowing conversation and may at times venture into mature subjects. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, Earnestly Speaking podcast. Let's get it. I'm a giant in New York, in Miami carry heat. So much more in store, my product can flood the street. Opinion Nation Godfather, CEO. Puff in the late 90s, gon' see me blow. Oh. Got my hustle on, no imitation of that. Army of untouchables, Opinion Nation staff. Never an off season, homie, check the numbers. Heartthrob in my own right, supplying southern comfort. Earnestly speaking, my ego is well fed. Earnestly speaking, you're too feeble and no threat. See, I'm like a hurricane, you're a mild breeze. Earnestly speaking, leaving Eli a dynasty. Shake!
Earnestly Podcast coming to you live, streaming live, September 3rd, 2024. I gotta keep looking at this date, so every day runs to the next. Zack The Degenerate's here. America's first Degenerate's here with us. Zachary, what's up?
Dude, I didn't even know Labor Day was coming. Someone told me on Friday, they're like, who's working on Monday? I was like, why? Like, I had no clue. It was already freaking end of August.
Yeah. This year is really flying by. It really is. It really is. I'm surprised. I think we're already in September. We're already snug in September now. Another season of EJ vs. Degenerate, the best bets and all that, and we'll get to that in just a second. We'll talk about our Seminoles as we do every during football season. We'll have a FSU minute. Ain't much to talk about there because, God,
yeah, there's plenty to talk about there.
Oh yeah, but nothing good, nothing good in 2 weeks, and then we'll discuss Steph Curry and his new contract extension, and I want to talk to you about and discuss with you rather what that signals and what the chances of him win another title before his career Hall of Fame career is comes to close. But of course, the highlight of this show we do every week with you from September to February is we do our best bets. How we do it normally, of course, we look at each game one by one. We obviously the spreads, the over unders, and we pretty much tell you guys each. Well, I give my bet, you get your bet. What is the best bet for the game? Like it could be, for example, one team, another team who's getting points, or it can be the over in the game or under the game. Who knows? So that's the logic of the best bet here for us. So let's get started, Zach. You dominated me the last 2 years on this. We'll turn things around this year. We'll turn things around.
It'd be really bad if a good Christian boy could beat a degenerate at gambling.
That's a good point. Anyway. All right, first game, Thursday Night Football. It's the rematch of the AFC title game. The Baltimore Ravens heading to Kansas City to face the Chiefs, the champs. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites. The over/under is 46. By the way, guys, you're also watching on YouTube, on Facebook, on X/Twitter, or formerly Twitter, should I say. Feel free to chime in the chat. We'll have your comments displayed on the show. Not to be said here. This is the first matchup since the AFC title game. A lot of folks say that this is a must win for the Ravens. I disagree with that. I really do.
There's no must win week one, and trying to beat the same team that you faced right at the AFC Championship game, you don't prove anything week one. All you're doing is getting your feet wet.
Yeah, the only reason why I would ever even remotely buy into a must-win situation for the Ravens is that division they play in, every game is a must because it is the best division of football, AFC North. So every game is going to be looked at as, okay, you lose this game here, next thing you know, you can be just the loss could cost you a tiebreaker here, it could cost you a possible better position in the playoffs, maybe in a bye week if things play out that way. So that's the only reason why I would say Baltimore. I'm not even going there as a must win, but I will even remotely consider it a must win. But I agree with you, it's not a must win at all. But I do think that obviously what they want to make a statement here. But to me, even if they win this game in KC, cool. KC lost the opener last year against Detroit. Didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. They still won the title, right?
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter. This is just another game, So That being said, it's better night for the Chiefs. They're a trek for three-peat. And by the way, let me ask you a question before we get to it. Chiefs three-peat on the field.
I want to look. You as a gambler, you take the field.
Yeah.
But I legit believe they got a real shot.
I'm taking KC on Thursday night, better night. I don't think they'll lose this game. I think it'll be a good game. It'll be a competitive game. I think KC will cover the spread slightly, but I think I'll take the Chiefs here. What you got?
I like the under, man.
You
First
do?
game of the season. Everyone's gonna have the jitters.
Jitters.
Yeah.
Chiefs and Ravens. Jitters. I mean, Chiefs and jitters. Come on,
man. They're gonna be so tight because aren't they getting their rings and celebrating in front of their fans? Their head's gonna be a million miles.
Well, last year they're different because they lost to Detroit opening night and a lot of drop passes in that game, but they also didn't have Travis Kelce either in that game as well, and Chris Jones at the time was holding out. So, but I don't see that. I think KC finds a way to win this game. I don't think it's necessarily mean anything for Baltimore in the end. You guys already know my prediction this year. I already had Baltimore win the whole thing, and being KC in the AFC game when it's all said and done. I don't think this game's going to matter in a grand scheme, honestly. But I'll take KC to win and slightly cover. You have the under, you said, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then we got a Friday evening game from Brazil. The Packers it's in Brazil versus the Eagles. The Eagles are 2.5-point favorites. The over-under is 48.5. So a lot of folks I'm talking to and listening to in media too also, they're not so up on the Eagles this year. I don't know why. Even though they had Saquon Barkley, they kept the core together, and people were like, well, the Eagles might still make a wild card, miss the playoffs altogether. I'm like, am I missing something here?
Well, I mean, they make a big deal about Kelce leaving, retiring, how important he was to the tush push, which was literally their go-to move on every 3rd and 4th and short. So we'll see what they do with that.
I don't know. Packers are gonna be one of those teams. I looked. The sample last year was kind of small. Jordan Love, what they did last year toward the end of the season, winning a playoff game, almost winning another playoff game in San Francisco. And I think that there might be some similar. The season may play out the same way. I think honestly, I think the Eagles are so desperate. I think the way the year ended last for the Eagles was so bad. I think this team is so desperate on the field and prove that things are normal again. And this is also a very, very sneaky hot seat Sirianni year for him. I think Nick Sirianni year for the coach. So I'm gonna go Eagles here. I think Eagles win this game actually pretty comfortably. To be honest with you, just because they want to get on the field and prove everybody that everything is back to normal again. So give me the Eagles.
And I chickened out. I took the over in this game.
Oh my God, you're a wuss.
Yes, it's first week of the season.
And
you know what? Nobody played but three sets of downs. Come on, I'm supposed to know.
Jason takes the Packers over, Eagles under. Packers over Eagles and the under. I don't know. I don't believe that, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, next game here. Let's get the Sunday games here. The Steelers in Atlanta face the Falcons. The Falcons are 3-point favorites. The over under is 42. Zach, what you got in this one?
Oh man, give me Atlanta. I feel like no matter how good Pittsburgh's defense is, week 1 they're gonna spend all day on the field. They're gonna be on the field like Florida State was in the first quarter.
Oh God, don't remember that game again.
They're just gonna spend 14.5 minutes of a 15-minute quarter playing against Atlanta's offense. That's what Pittsburgh's gonna deal with. And so give me Atlanta at home.
So I'm not like what I liked from the Steelers coming into the year. I know they just announced Russell Wilson's starter week 1. All that things on a short leash.
Yeah, he looked real good in the preseason.
And I think this is the year. I know that we praised Mike Tomlin. He's done that with that roster for years. Keeping that team together. Them being 10-7, 9-8, and not totally imploding. But the optics here look like an implosion. The optics look bad. I don't know how much longer you can keep this thing together before things just go belly up. But that being said, I think for 1 week the Steelers will find a way to win this game. Give me Pittsburgh on the points here. I think Pittsburgh wins this game outright, honestly.
Wow.
And I'm surprised myself. I'm normally the one in this podcast between you and I that takes the over-unders. I always flake out, take over-unders more than anybody else in this podcast. And today I'm going straight for the teams.
If I felt like the Steelers had a shot, I'd definitely be betting the under in the game. But I didn't see anything that showed any promise on the Steelers offense. So,
and I could be wrong. It could be another 9-8, 10-7 year, but the conference is better this year. The quarterbacks we saw during the preseason. I don't want to push much into preseason, honestly, because it is what it is. But sometimes it is what it is with that team. So no, sounds very cliche, but but for 1 week I like Pittsburgh. Let's see how they look. I'm actually more intrigued about this game than probably most of the week 1 schedule because I want to see those quarterbacks. I want to see Russell Wilson because I believe his career,
his legacy.
No, forget his legacy. Right now it's already hurt as is. His career could be done in the next 3-4 weeks.
Oh, he'll be Andy Dalton. The next 3 years, he's got a job as a backup, possible starter.
If he takes that, I don't see him want to be back. I think his ego won't let him do that. He'll retire with Sierra and do his own thing there. He got money in the bank already as is.
Maybe.
Oh, no. But we'll see there. All right, next one. We have the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo face the Bills. This spread is lowered now. Bills are -6 now. Over under 47.5. Zach, the line's moved to Arizona's way. Interesting.
Lack of confidence in the Bills' offense. I mean, that's legitimately what it is. You have no idea. You're counting on him throwing to a rookie or a guy who was their wide receiver number 3 on the depth chart last year. So then you have Arizona busting out a brand new toy that a lot of draft experts thought was the number 1 kid in the draft, and Marvin Harrison Jr. So I get it. I would have bought Arizona +6.5.
Will you?
Yes, I will.
You will. Interesting.
Yeah, I would have preferred 6.5 because I hate a push at 6.
Well, I'm going to take the under in this game match. Now I'll climb on the over-under train because I was initially when I saw the spread a couple weeks ago was Buffalo minus -8, -7. What it was 7.5? I think it was maybe. But this line's moved at least plenty to have 2 points in the last week or so. But I also have not seen Buffalo's new offense yet without Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis and all that. So, and I don't know. I just think right now the safe bet is the under. And that's all I got for you. I mean, Josh Allen, obviously, we'll see how this plays out. By the way, the whole Josh Allen, I was talking about it earlier with Kyle on the last episode of the podcast. ESPN had read a poll, and apparently he was rated the most overrated quarterback in the league. Do you agree with that?
Dumb as shit. And this is why you should let coaches or analysts pick sometimes, because there's no way he's the most overrated quarterback in the league. I can name 3.
Jay said he'll throw for 4 touchdowns. Run for 4 touchdowns on Sunday. I don't know all that now. We'll see.
Arizona's defense. He can do that, and that's why there's no way you could say he's overrated.
Yeah. All right. Another game I'm really looking forward to watching here. The Tennessee Titans heading to Chicago face the Bears. The Bears giving our 4-point favorites. The over-under is 45. Zach, Caleb Williams, you believe in him?
No. God, I don't believe in him. But good Lord, I love a week-long matchup for a rookie. Talk about you have wideouts on both sides you can throw to. You have arguably a top 3, top 4 tight end in the NFC. So, dude, Caleb Williams, you got all set up for an easy week 1 victory. I love the Bears week 1.
Taking the Bears, I am too. Also, I just think this team. I already told you guys in a season preview a couple weeks back. This is my last wildcard team here in the NFC, and I fully I'm 10 toes down on that. I'm there. So also be the Bears as well too. Tennessee's a lot of question marks. I don't know I don't know what they're doing. I know they traded Malik Willis last week and all this stuff. Look, Will Levis's not that bad, but way too many questions in Tennessee right now. I think that 4 points is a steal, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Next one here. We have the New England Patriots heading to Cincinnati face the Bengals. The Bengals are 8.5-point favorites. The over under numbers 48.5. This spread also moved a point in New England's direction. What am I missing here? Yeah, it was not. It was, dude. This was 9.5 last week.
Oh my God! Give me Cincinnati.
Easy.
I don't care if they don't have either wide receiver out there.
Is this a mortgage bet for you, Mr. Zachary?
No, I have one coming up.
You do? Okay. Let me know when you get there.
Apparently, Jacoby Brissett was named Week 1 starter now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. You're not even gonna get 17 points out of him. Never happens. He does not. He never leads a team to any points. So
this is my bet of the week. I love this bet. I just think
You love
Cincinnati, like Philadelphia, Joe Burrow's back. He wants to get back into first game since October last year. This is also kind of an all-in year for the Bengals too. Also, before the team could possibly disintegrate around him, so they want to get back to winning ways. And I'm sorry, the Pats is bad. The Pats are going to be the worst team in football this year.
They have nothing on defense.
They have nothing on anywhere.
I mean, maybe they have a corner. All right, that's it.
They got nothing anywhere. So yeah, this is another steal. This is my lock of the week. All right, next one here. The Houston Texans heading to Indianapolis to face the Colts. The Colts are 2.5-point favorites. The over/under is 48.5. You already know how I feel about CJ Stroud. I already have him as my MVP this year.
Wait. Could you read that spread again?
Okay, so the Texans are 2.5-point favorites.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you first said it did not sound like that.
Okay, Texans 2.5-point favorites. 48.5 is the over/under.
Yeah.
Indy's kind of frisky though. You don't think so? No, not AR-15 guy.
You just asked about my lock of the week, my mortgage bet.
Oh, this is it?
This is it.
You would take Houston?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And now it's down to 2.5. I have them anywhere from 4.5, 5, because I've been betting them for like the last 2 weeks and parlays.
Yeah, I just say Colts at first. You're right. That was a misnomer. Sorry about that. No, I'm taking Houston as well too. Also, I think I think the Texans are going to be a top 2 seed in the AFC this year. Honestly, I think Texans are going to be number 2, at least number 2. Maybe depending on the schedule, and if Casey has another year like that last year, maybe they can sneak in that number 1 seed. I'm really high on the Texans this year. Between obviously CJ Stroud, MVP candidate, and then D'Amico Ryans, I believe in him and that culture he's putting together in Houston. Yeah, I'm here with you. And if adding more weapons to the team also on top of that, yeah, give me Houston, dude. This is like, I'm not locking the week for me, but damn close. I'm with you. And again, the Colts might be frisky this year, but AR-15, will he be healthy this year? That's the question. No one knows.
He'll be healthy. He'll be healthy for about 12 plays.
Oh,
and then
God,
he's gonna take off running, get hit, get up with a limp, go off to the sideline, back up and come in for like a quarter. He'll come in after halftime.
Yeah.
Get hurt again.
All right, next one here. Battle of Florida. The Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Miami to face the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 49. Zach, what you got in this one?
Look, if I hadn't made Houston my lock of the week, this is an easy lock of the week. Dolphins missing most of their pass rush because the one guy is out for at least the first 4 weeks. Jeez, I wish I could remember his name.
Which team?
Chubb.
Oh, Chubb. Okay.
Yeah, he's out for like the first 4 weeks for the Dolphins on defense. So
okay, Bradley,
you have almost no pass rush. So really, honestly, I think the best bet for this game, the over. I think both teams will score.
But guess what? I'm with you too. I have the over as well. I think this will be a high-scoring game. It's actually one of the most high-scoring games of the weekend, possibly. I'm there with you as well. On the over. All right. In a game that no one has to watch it. You don't have to watch it, but if you feel compelled to, go ahead and do it. And that's the Carolina Panthers heading to New Orleans with the Saints. The Saints are 4-point favorites. The over/under 42. Another game where the spread's gone in the Carolina direction too as well. It's open at 5.5 points. What am I missing? I mean, we know our boy Chris was talking about how like he loves Dave Canellis.
Yeah.
Remember he was talking about all the Carolina fans going to win. Yeah, remember that? I don't know what I'm seeing there, but I'm taking the over in this game.
Oh,
It's too low. It's too low to not take a chance on it. 42. Why not?
Because I really like the under. I'll take the Saints instead.
Taking the Saints this one?
Yeah.
Another quarterback that his career can be on the line here, Derek Carr. Last chance.
He can at least see over the line of scrimmage. Offensive line, all right?
This is true. This is so true. All right, here we go. Another game that, okay, I care because obviously I'm a homer. That is the Minnesota Vikings heading to New York to face the Giants. The Vikings now are 1.5 point favorites. The over-under is 41. When I last saw the spread about a week and a half ago, the Giants are favored by, I think, 1.5 or 1. And now it's flipped 2 points. I don't get it. The Vikings lost J.J. McCarthy, and they still are favored, and the line moves because Sam Darnold.
And that's the thing. I would have liked the Vikings as the favorite with J.J. McCarthy.
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense to me. What am I missing?
Well, maybe they've been listening to Jordan Palmer out there talking about how Sam Darnold has a chance to lead the Vikings to the playoffs.
Chris made a case from too on the preview. Remember that he was talking like they got a decent team around them, and this if they get a break here, like dude, if you got to sit there and map out a way to get them in the playoffs, then they're not going to do anything.
They got no defense, and you got Sam Darnold.
Jason takes us to the Giants. Yeah, the Giants will be bad this year. No, they'll be bad this year. But I think week one, throw everything at the kitchen table now. Week one,
you could only ask for 2 other opponents. Really, I mean, this is set up for the Giants to have a victory, and you can at least say you're undefeated for a week.
Although I gotta say though, last year opening week against the Cowboys, they lost 40-0. So maybe there's that stink on there. I don't know. I'm taking the Giants as a homer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same way. I'm taking them on money line.
Yeah, one of the few times this year I'll pick the Giants to win a game outright. Just because I'm a homer, because it's gonna be a bad year. All right, here we go. I think it's all the 4:00 games now. The Vegas Raiders heading to LA to face the Chargers. The Chargers 3-point favorites. The over/under is 40. Zach, what you got?
Well, I get the reason why it's so low. You don't expect the Raiders to score much, and you're pretty much expecting Harbaugh to want to run the ball all day long for first game of the season to set a tone. But I still think the Chargers will probably blow out the Raiders. So I like the Chargers.
I do too. Look, I think. Look, I didn't pick them to go to the playoffs this year, but I was tempted to. I know why there's a lot of apprehension about picking them to go to the playoffs this soon, because of all the salary cap situation, salary cap crap they got to go through now, all the dead money on the cap for this year. But man, I really, really believe in Jim Harbaugh. I really do. I really do. And because of that, I think he'll make a statement here week one. Give me Chargers to win this game in a competitive game, because I think the Raiders will be very plucky this year. You know, unlike Chris saying that, what's his face? Minshew is the number 32 in the league quarterback. Like, what the hell was he thinking? What was he thinking about? Like, come on, what are you doing, Chris? What are you doing? That being said, give me Chargers win this game in a competitive game, AFC West slobber knocker. But I think the Chargers will find a way to win this game. I think Jim Harbaugh makes a statement early on. So you have the Chargers also too?
Yes, sir.
All right, next one here. We got the Denver Broncos heading to Seattle, face the Seahawks. The Seahawks are 6-point favorites. The over/under is 42. This game now is now moving in Seattle's direction. The spread was at 5.5 1 point. It's moved half point. Call me crazy. I love what I saw Bo Nix in the preseason. I really do. Sneaky rookie of the year candidate, I think, honestly. Give me Denver. I think Seattle wins the game. But you know what? Give me Denver the points here.
I'm right there with you, man. And I mean, it's not like a sneaky. It is such good value to bet Bo Nix. You're getting like plus 2,000 on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when you're looking at 20-1 on your money, come on, he's worth betting on right now.
Yeah. I think it's another quarterback I'm looking forward to watching this year. And again, I may have my quabbles about Sean Payton in general, because Sean Payton is let's call it what it is. He's a despicable human being, in my opinion. However, as a quarterback whisperer, he is probably the best quarterback whisperer in the last 25 years.
No.
You don't think so? Who else? Okay, Andy Reid. After Andy Reid.
Yeah, you got to start with Andy Reid.
I mean, I will say this though. I'm a little biased here too. Like, he was the guy as the offensive coordinator for the Giants in 2000 that coached up Kerry Collins to the Super Bowl.
How about Sean McVay?
Okay. I mean, the guy also took Drew Brees' broken shoulder, and made him a Hall of Famer.
Oh my God! Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Kyle Shanahan.
Okay. Okay, you win. But Sean Payton's up there.
He is, because he had a Hall of Famer.
Well, I give a lot of credit to Peyton too, also, because Drew Brees wasn't that good in San Diego. Let's be real here. You don't think so?
His last 2 years there, he was great.
solid. He was solid. He wasn't this good. He was not Hall of Fame good in San Diego. Let's clear that up right now. You think so, for real?
I don't know. Hall of Fame good is hard to judge because he only had 3.5, 4 seasons.
They would have needed to draft Phillip Rivers. He was that good. Come on now.
3, 4, 5, 6 seasons in, nobody really thought that Eli Manning was Hall of Fame material.
That's true. Good point. But yeah, we'll take Denver on that one. All right.
Yes.
Sneaky game of the week here for me. Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland face the Browns. The Browns are currently 2.5-point favorites. The over-under is 41. All right. Here's my question to you, Zach. Does Dak Prescott have a new contract before this game?
No, and I hope he doesn't. I want to watch him be so dumb and leave Texas and go play in New York and have to pay 14% state income tax, and then be like, wait, I just lost $7 million to state income tax? I could have been making more in Dallas. Yeah. Please don't pay him, Jerry. Please don't pay him.
I don't know. It's gonna be a great game, I think. And also Deshaun Watson. I want to see what he does, especially too. Also, I actually like Cleveland in this game, to be honest with you. But the best bet for me is the over 41 points. What do you got in this one?
Oh, I like Dallas.
Dallas wins outright? Okay.
The moment they signed CeeDee Lamb, I felt good. Because I didn't want him to come in. Actually, I didn't think he'd come in without a contract. And so I didn't feel like Dallas had any offense without him.
Jay goes, he'll throw 3 interceptions, actually. The Browns defense. This might be possible. That is a great Browns defense, elite defense. I mean, look, the Browns are my wild card 7 in the AFC.
I would let you predict that CeeDee Lamb pulls a hamstring, but not 3 interceptions. No.
Right. Now, Dak is not the same guy he was 2 years ago. I know. We'll see. All right, your boys, the Washington Commanders, heading to Tampa and face the Buccaneers. You going to the game?
No, I hadn't even thought about it, man.
Yeah.
Been so busy.
By the way, it's Labor Day. It's after Labor Day, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bucks
I get home from work at 6 o'clock at night.
Oh shit!
It's 11 hours still. It's crazy.
I get it, man. Bucks 3-point favorites over under 44. Zachary, does your commies and Jane Daniels get the first one of the year out the chute?
I want to. I'm gonna be a homer and say yes, but I'm gonna actually take the over. I think it's gonna be a lot of points.
I'm taking your boys here. I had to reevaluate my position on the Commanders, and I did say on the preview that they'll be a very frisky 6-11 team, maybe 7-10. But I could see a scenario where they flirt with 8-9 wins.
Yeah,
this year if they But the games like these they have to win though, and I think they will. I think they win this game. Give me the Commanders, straight up to win this game. I like them here. I think Jane Daniels. I'm slowly buying into Chris's whole Jane Daniels MVP, Rookie of the Year rather, campaign.
Well, here's the problem.
What's up?
Do you really think our defense is going to show up?
Well, Dan Quinn has a history of coaching a defense.
Yeah.
So we have to, they got a solid roster. They got a solid roster for the record. They do.
We have nothing on defense.
Right. Well, I'm going to take Washington anyway to straight up win this game. I think Tampa's overvalued.
No, I'm hoping you're right because I'm taking the over.
All right. Okay, Sunday football. The LA Rams heading to Detroit face the Lions in a wild card rematch from last year. The Lions are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 51 points. So everyone is in on the Lions. Everybody I talk to is big on the Lions. Everybody. Winning division, possibly going to the Super Bowl. I've seen some Super Bowl picks of the Lions winning the whole thing, and Dan Campbell gets a statue outside of Ford Field and all that.
He would.
He would. Dude, the Lions, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Won 2 playoff games last year. It's gonna be a great game. But I like Detroit in a shootout.
I'm with you. But I'm gonna hedge my bet. I'm gonna take the over.
I almost did that too. Also,
I really like the Lions, but I'm gonna hedge my bet.
A lot of folks like the Rams too. Also, in general this year, which I don't hate that. The problem is, are we sure we're getting a healthy Matthew Stafford all year long?
Well, you're getting a healthy Stafford week 1.
That's a 50-50 proposition, man, all year long. Can I see Rams in the playoffs this year again? Yeah, absolutely. But will he survive the year? I don't know. And I think they can win this game also too, but I like Detroit in a shootout. I really do. I think it's going to be a really good game, somewhere in like 31-20, 31-20-25, or something of that ilk.
I'll take it. I'll take that.
Yeah. So I'll take Detroit in this one. And finally, the Monday night game, of course, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets heading to San Francisco to face the Niners. San Francisco is 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 43. Zachary, Aaron Rodgers will over-under 4 snaps.
Oh, it's definitely over.
Okay. We've cleared that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, here, will it be a letdown game? Will you be disappointed after the game?
Me?
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be the way in which I see it? I don't feel like the Jets are gonna show up, or at least not what we're expecting.
Well, now that I know the Niners are whole again, Trent Williams got his new money this morning. That deal's been taken care of. Brandon Ayuk got his money last week. Although the stuff about Brock Purdy in camp don't sound very promising so far. It's very shaky in camp. But again, we'll see.
You didn't have your left tackle, so
better, right? But also better to have your shit football played now than in September, right?
Yeah.
So that being said, great game ahead of us. I think it'll be a phenomenal game. The Jets, I don't know where I stand with the Jets overall. I got them in the playoffs, the wild card. But for one night on Monday Football, give me the tried and true, what I trust more than anything else. Give me the Niners to cover the spread. What you got?
Like I said, give me the Niners.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's going to be a letdown by the Jets.
Prediction here: Dak Prescott goes to the Jets after this year. Hey, man, Aaron Rodgers is so volatile. Anything's possible.
I could easily see that.
I can see Dak Prescott going to any New York teams. Honestly,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So or Jersey team, really.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Well, he ain't going to Buffalo. That's the only New York team.
The only real New York team?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong. So, all right, as we do every week during this time of the year, FSU Minute. Let's go. Florida State Seminoles 0-2. Go ahead and rant. Let me go. Wait, before you rant, I don't know if you know my story. I couldn't watch the game last night because my login that I use is DirecTV. And as you know, DirecTV and ESPN/Disney right now on a dispute right now currently. And that dispute came to a head on Sunday night, Monday morning. So all the games now, everything on ESPN, all the games were blacked out. You can watch it. So, but as I said on the podcast today also, I think God, I know you don't believe in God, but I think God was looking out for me because what was there to watch? I had more stress in my life after last night's game. I'm good. You may rant now, sir, on your Seminoles.
Well, first off, there was no stress. you could tell by the first quarter, it was over. We had no chance. I don't know what boosters or who on the coaching staff chose to go after DJ, but that was a horrible, horrible mistake. All right, he is not cut out for to be a starting quarterback in college. He lost his confidence in Clemson, and it's over with.
Yeah. Who's the backup?
Literally, the backup transferred. So
Who's the backup to the back? Who's the backup to the backup?
yeah, it's whoever they want it to be.
Well, guess
Whatever
what?
redshirt freshman.
If I'm Mike Norvell, DJ is on the short hook. Because here's the thing about this though. It sounds sad to say this though, but in a world of a 12-team playoff now, you're not really out of it. Your season really isn't over yet because if you win the ACC, you're an automatic bid into the playoff. So technically, if they do their job and look, it's not going to happen,
ACC.
huh?
We're 0-2 in the ACC.
Well, get to work and start making some games. Then it's not gonna happen, obviously, man. Because I mean, you get into the championship game anyway, and it's not gonna happen. But if for some reason they start winning their games and they beat the Clemsons, they beat the Miamis on the schedule, you know, the schedule will be their friend if they take care of business.
Right.
You know, Miami being good is a good thing because if they beat Miami in the year, that helps their case. And AC is so bad anyway around them that there's still a chance to get into that game. There's still a chance.
All right. So here's the rest of my rant. I have been saying Norvell needed to be fired for what, 3 years? The only thing that has saved him was last year's Jordan Travis season. Had it not been for that, he should have been out 3 years ago when he wanted to tell people or tell the news that, oh, I met with all the players right after George Floyd, and come to find out what he did was send a group text, and then didn't even include all the players. Like right there, you had issues. Then came the recruiting. 3 years of nobody that you recruited helped. And then now we're back to bringing in DJ, who you have to believe Norvell had a huge part in that.
I can't believe he's this bad though. I know he struggled in Clemson at his tenure there, but I didn't think it was this bad. Holy shit!
Oh, it was.
Well, I'm sorry. He's on a quick hook. He's on a quick hook for me. He can't go beyond week 3, week 4, playing like this shit, and still be the strong quarterback of this team. Sorry, can't happen. In a world of where you're on a 12-team playoff and there's always a chance now, margin error is a little bigger now. You can't risk that. So, I guess the first question is this. Well, you're on the fire Norvell train, obviously, but you've been on that for a long time.
Yes.
I think you're being a little bit too. But to be fair to you, you've been on the train even before last year's success. So I can't necessarily judge you there. What I will say is this though: people saying he's going to be fired now because they're starting 0-2. Please relax a little bit, please. That's all I'll say about that.
You are forgetting every other season. He's had one good season. One good season when the quarterback was playing as a Heisman hopeful. That's it. Yeah. Other than that, the offense has sucked. And that was the reason we brought him in.
Right. I guess low bar for now. Will they win 6 games this year?
You couldn't beat Boston College. Right now, I don't think so.
Ooh. And here I'm thinking Florida, the Gators are the other team that's going to be the worst in the state. They may have some company. I don't know.
Not anymore.
I don't know, man. All right, one last thing to get you out of here. A little bit of NBA news here from last week. Steph Curry signed a 1-year extension to stay with the Warriors. Of course, he was on a contract for a while anyway, but he's extended an extra year until his current deal through 2026-27, a 1-year, $62 million contract. My question to you is this about Steph Curry. Percentage chance he even win a ring, because I think that's almost tough at this point. He gets to the finals. between now and the end of his career in Golden State? Because clearly, the 1 year it gives him a little more wiggle room to possibly make it, one more run another star.
Not without major roster changes. And right now, I don't know if you can make major roster changes. Maybe after next season when I think Wiggins comes off the books. So you have a little more. But by then, you're going to have to decide, are you going to pay Kuminga? And then the year after that, you're going to have to decide the kid Buddhism or Harry, whatever that white boy's name is.
The shooter, right?
Yeah, the shooter.
Yeah.
Right? But when your star player is making, 30% of your salary, it's just not going to happen. They're too small. So you have to overhaul that entire roster to have any chance at going back to the finals.
Boy, the guy's name is Brandon Podziemski.
There you go.
Brandon Podziemski.
I had the first letter right.
That's good. Yeah, good job on that one.
I knew he was white. Give me something.
That's true. Here's the question though. Okay, so let's look at this at a 2-3 year sample for the Warriors going forward. Steph Curry is still really great. We saw that in the Olympics. He's still phenomenal. Top 5-ish player in the league still. What star is out there left for him to get? Realistically speaking.
Well, realistically speaking, if you continue to believe you don't need anyone over 6'8" on your team, you have no shot. So until you bring in like a real rim protector, you've got no shot. At least go after like a Jared Allen. Or you have to find a center.
Well, what about a star though? I don't think they can win with Steph. I think for them to win a title in the next couple of years, I'm not saying Steph Curry is not that guy, but they need someone to be his equal, if not even better.
I think they failed when they didn't give up the extra piece to get in Lauri Markkanen, because you would have had a second star, and then by next season you could have built around him.
That's a good point.
I mean, you'd have had two great shooters, one who can play inside out, and one who can distribute and creates massive fear.
Well, it's definitely a conversation to have going forward. And like I said, in a Western Conference right now that's in a transition, and you got Wemby coming very soon. I don't see. I think I honestly think his window's closed. Barring a massive trade, which I don't know what's out there. Like even to say you hear about like, oh well, they go with LeBron. Okay, fine, but what is that going to do? It's not going to change anything.
But you look at the West right now.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like you said, Wemby's coming. Joker's already here. You have the Twin Towers and
Ja's coming back with the Grizzlies.
Yeah. So I mean, you have size. If you choose not to have size, you have no chance.
Yeah, I agree. I think his window's closed. I think they're going to ride out this Curry thing for the next couple of years, and they'll do what they can to keep it as relevant as possible. But in terms of championships, I think that window's sailed, honestly.
Yeah, and the longer you pay these stars, who you now have to bring in another star, a true another star, you can't be paying them what you're paying them.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So window's closed for me. All right, Zach, that was good as always. You follow me on Twitter on X rather at FSU Know It All with a K, and good luck with your picks, of course. And yeah, you're not going to win this year. Finally, I'm going to take over.
Good luck finding me because I don't have a blue mark. So,
all right, buddy.
All right.